right. Good morning, everybody. Market opened a couple minutes ago. Yeah. So, here we are. Yesterday was a pretty wild day. It was up, down, up, down. It was all over the place. So, here we are today. All right. Let's see. Let me get this up. There we go. All right. Much better. All right. So, here we go. Opening range. Still waiting on the 3-minute candle today. There was 8:30 this morning was jobless claims. So other than that, we got no economic news to worry about. We are hovering around all-time highs. Yeah. So other than that, everything kind of looks like doing a little selling to start off with. So I guess let's just cycle through. There we go. So S&P, not much right now. So watch out for the breakdown. And Q. I don't know, you think this is going to fake out? I'd hate to get had on my first trade. So, let's do this. Let's check out the 5. Since we're still in the 5, let's watch this one. If we can get a... see, look at that. Nobody wants their first trade of the day to be a losing trade. That's no fun. I've been trying to find other people to watch at night. And Top Step has a pretty decent program at night. I like these guys. The guy's name is Coach Dakota, if anybody's watched Top Step TV. He does a program called Slow Markets. And it's fun. I like watching it. He's got good commentary. Because it is a slow market, that's for sure. So it's like, what do you talk about during a slow market? So you got to have something good to talk about. So I found him. He's pretty good. And I found a couple other guys that I wanted to check out. You know, just something, I guess. All right, so everybody's still in their ranges. Nothing crazy. Range. Let's see. Let's look at oil. All right. Maybe we got a movement. So There's a big gap down though. Boy, man, that's a big gap down. I think that would make me nervous to play this to the downside. I mean, that's huge. That's over $1. I would expect some sort of mean reversion here, man. Let's zoom in. Alright, so it still hasn't closed yet. But boy, that is a big volume candle, huh? Third candle of the day is the biggest volume candle. Alright, well, let's not be stingy. Let's see. 5 points would put us at 88. So here's your 10-pointer. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to wait for the next candle. This thing's pretty far away from us at this point. You would need some sort of pullback here. Alright. You know, I don't normally check out the euro, but I like it. It's a pretty low risk product. But that is a very weak bear on a lot of volume, and maybe this is already setting up for a reversion. So let's check this out. There's a big gap down. I don't know. Let's see. Here's yesterday's line. What are we looking for? 5 ticks? 25 points. 65. So we're going to be around here, right? Yeah, 25. 5 ticks. Well, it's set up, it's measured. Doesn't mean we gotta take the trade. But it was moving. Yeah, so that'd be 6 contracts. 5 ticks would give us 6 contracts at a $200 max loss. Alright, well, I don't want to get bogged down on this. I just thought it was interesting. Oop. Alright, so we got some bottoms. We need this candle to close above here. We've got 2 tries already. And NASDAQ's telling us the same story. 2 tries and these bulls keep pushing it up. So we need this to close below here. I'm not going to touch it until it's down here. I want to see some commitment. Russell's doing something though. Russell, 2.63, around there. pretty weak bull. And there it goes. Okay, so what have we seen so far? We've seen a lot of indecision. We've seen NASDAQ has a bottom, or there's a floor, potential floor we need to close below. Same thing with the S&P. There's a potential floor that we need to close below, and they're both on their way back up. Let's see, oil. Where are we with oil? The oil's, and that's a pretty strong bull candle. Weak volume, so maybe there's just a pullback. It's the second strongest bull candle. This was an incredibly strong candle though. That's a big volume bar. I don't know, I think, let's see. Was that 83, 84? Maybe that was our play. CL. Yeah, I'm only going to do 2 contracts. Stop loss. What do we have? 10 ticks? 10 ticks. Let's see, I think, let's see what it does. We got time. If the move is strong, it'll give us plenty of time to get in. Let's see what else we got. What's gold doing? Gold looks like it's moving. Let's check out. All right, so we got to keep an eye on. Got to keep an eye on oil. Let's check out gold. All right, if we can get a pullback in gold. Let's see, we need. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback. All right, hold on. I think I'm looking at too much. All right, so oil is. I'm not sure that we're gonna. So we're getting, from here to here to here, we're getting higher highs. We are not getting. Sorry, we're getting higher lows, but we're not getting higher highs. We got a minute to go, minute 18 on this candle. NASDAQ's moving. All right. So we broke the floor. Yeah, see, it needs to close below these. Otherwise, it's just going to be a fake out. We're going to get tossed out of this thing. So at 20 points, what's that, 13? 13 somewhere. Yeah, see, we're right back above it. Excuse me. Too bad we missed. Looks like the trade to have taken would have been gold. Oil's just hovering. Gold is on the move. It's still moving. Alright, maybe we'll get a nice pullback here. NASDAQ didn't close. Like, it came back up. Like, we can watch it, but I don't know if I'm willing to take this. It didn't close below these levels. You know, 30, 20 points, 10. Yeah, like, I need a better story here. Granted, it's got a lot of big red candles, big red volume bars too. Oil's flat, gold's bouncing back. See, maybe the S&P, I think this is telling us a more realistic story. I think that's more realistic. This is what's going on. But if we get it, I'm going to take it. 4 contracts. So what do we need? We need 2010. So what I like to do, oops, oh sorry. I need 2010. So I want to put 2010 at the top of my page, up here. That way I know that once the price goes, see, I want to see the price go off the screen. That way I know we're above 2010, but I want to see it come back. But we gotta get. We flirted with it. We didn't get there though. All right, let's see. Still flirting, and it's gotta be patient. looking for my entry. My entry is 2010, or 2310. Sorry. I'm going to be patient. So let's move to the aggressive. Boy, it's... Come on. 80. 83. We still need a pull back to 90. We could size down and do a 30 point. If we got over 80 and wanted to take which we might have to do. If we want an entry, we're over 80. Remember, no trade is still a trade. No trade is still money in your pocket. You gotta defend your capital. You gotta live to trade another day. Oil's making a run. Yeah, it's just not the it's not the the price on Nasdaq's not really where I want to get in. I really want to hit 90. And frankly, it's not moving. We're just hovering, which means it's going to explode one direction or the other. So we can. everything is just all over the place. So I'm watching NASDAQ and S&P, and they're just cranking down. So let's see what we can do here. What do we got? 7. Alright, I'm in the Russell. We got a stop loss, a 10-tick stop loss, which we could have afforded ourselves more than that. Should have been. Kidding me? Yeah, I didn't like the way that was feeling. All of a sudden, it went red, and look, it's shooting back up. It was a fill up my sheet. I mean, technically, it was a $20 winner, but it didn't feel good. The reason it didn't feel good is my position sizing was wrong. It was risking way more than I wanted. Let's see. I think my entry was good, but let's see, position size too big. Close at the peak. Too much. Stop loss. Unsure because of the sizing. Too close to entry. Minimal drawdown. Let's see, that was a pullback technique on a 3-minute RTY at 10 o'clock. All right. Sweet. All right, so back to the Russell. We got an inside bar here. NASDAQ is still making lower lows, but like, boy, is it wicky. And the S&P as well. Oil's back to oil's up. I'm not sure what we should concentrate on. I think we're gonna change my time frame here. Yeah, so the Russell's still showing us a positive here on the 5. And it's a weak candle there, but I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's do a long. So 20 ticks. I'm cool with that. Alright, I'm in the Russell. I sized down one contract. I was feeling nervous on the last one. So, it just happened. We switched over to the 5. It was good timing. Let's see what we got. So we're just kind of hovering right now at our entry. Our entry is 22.69 even. This was on the 5 minute at 10:04. Alright, so what do we got? We got increasing volume, good candle shape. We just need some separation. Yeah, man. And here we go. Alright, let's keep pushing. Ah, that's too bad. Alright, let's keep it going. Keep it going. So this was the aggressive technique. We were pretty much green right away. Position size was just right. One contract. Let's see if we're engaged. Stop loss. Stop loss is good. I'm confident about that. This candle feels like it's getting bogged down. So we might have to endure a little bit of a pullback so that we can keep on going higher. So alright, that was nice. That was nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a take profit here of at $100 just for shits and giggles. I'm not going to let this thing, I'm going to move my stop up. Because I'm not losing this trade. We got good candle shape, right? Good candle shape, decent volume. So here's where, you know, as we get this separation, you know, you have the, it's falling back down. Alright, we're out. That's too bad. It's probably going to come back down and rip up. Yeah, of course it is. So, what does that tell us? What does that tell us? It wasn't, would I call that a panic close? That's disappointing. Man, we would have hit that profit target. Let's see. Moved stop loss to... that's disappointing, man. another $20 trade. Like we were up big time and it pulled back, and we knew that there was going to be a pullback. Move stop loss to plus 20. That's too bad. Cycle. No sweat. Look at that move, man. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. If we can get a pull back to 70, we need. Arg. Seriously, arg. All right. Fuck, I wasn't paying attention. It's too late. God damn it, man. That sucks. Alright, I hawk back in. Alright. Close that for -5. There we go. I think that's a better entry. 73.2. 73.3, sorry. That was the same entry I had before. And it's red right away. What's the low of this candle? 71.7. Alright, so this time we were impatient. This was a FOMO. FOMO! Bad entry. Aggressive on the 5. Extended drawdown. Just right. Risk. Engage. Stop loss. Confident. This is the right spot. So 10-11. This was a FOMO trade. You're probably going to pay a little market tuition on this one. But, alright. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that trade move up without me, and definitely, that definitely felt FOMO when I closed it on that stop. No doubt. So I think what we should probably do is set a take profit to get out of this. Because it's definitely not the right trade. Let's put it back at 20. Because we're not supposed to be here. Alright, so what did I do? So it wasn't a panic close. So close the trade at plus 20. So I closed the trade at plus 20. Because it was a FOMO trade. Needed to reset. Okay. So we're reset, man, and you know, I think it was a good idea to get out. I think it was definitely, it may have been the right trade. You know, clearly the trade is going, it's going up, and it could have been fine, but for me, I knew I wasn't in the trade for the right reasons, and because of that, I had to get out. So again, if the trade is strong, it will give us more opportunities. You know, these aren't the greatest bull candles either. We've got decreasing volume. So let's keep on looking. So you know, S&P's got some upside potential here. Let's look at it. So I think that's too aggressive. I think we haven't even touched that yet. And you're looking at 1 point. So, let's see, what are oil doing? Oils? I think we really need to see, before we take any trades in the S&P, you've got to see it break out of this range. We had a fake lower. I don't know. I mean, we got outlier volumes, but all of these red candles were outlier volume as well. Four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we can close above this one, actually the first candle, we need to close above the first candle. Yeah, look at that. And the Russell is still going. Volume is definitely decreasing though. Let's see what the 3 looks like. And the 3. So we've definitely imbalanced. So let's see. 12.8, 12.8, 12.8. Okay, so this is our highest volume candle of the day right here. And we have definitely invalidated this. So we could make a trade here. 10, 20. I think maybe we'll shoot for 20. Oh, 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 oh. It seems to be having a hard time here. What's oil doing? Oil has a low volume pullback. That's what oil's got. So if we target high of day, or just above high of day, and we put that there. I don't know. I'd be interested in this if we get a pullback to down here. S&P fell flat. Man. Another big selling bar, man. So I still don't think, doesn't seem like we got an upside here. It definitely seems like we're still shooting for the down. The Russell turned around. Russell's making lower lows. Did that have a big run up? Maybe that's worth taking a look at. Let's see. This was the highest volume bar of the day. This candle right here. So it seems like to me. All right. I gotta pause for a little while. Alright, sorry about that. That was a while. Let's see, so that was a pretty big pullback for the Russell. Let's see, you think it's going to turn around? I mean, it did not have outlier volume. So basically, outlier volume is when the volume is greater than the average. So the average is 1.53, the actual was 1.45. But it is increasing volume. So, let's try something. If we can get a pullback. Let's see. Do we want a 2-point pullback? So 1-1. So if we got a pullback to here, we could take a short and be within our max loss. Single contract. I'm only going to do a single. So what is it? 1-1. So 71.1. So we want to see it kind of break above it and then come back down. Nothing crazy though. Now see, that was fast. That moved right up there. Yeah. Ooh, that just spiked. Okay. So we're not going to touch this. If we can see this come back down, I guess, maybe? Yeah, I think we still got a strong bull case here. On the 5 anyways. So we got 2 tops here though. See, yeah, we need to see it close above this 270, 275. 275, what's this? This high, 275.6. Maybe we'll get it, jeepers. Let's go to the 3. Tell them the same story. Alright, we gotta get a close up here. Come on. Alright. So let's plan this out. If we get a little bit of a pullback, that's a lot of bit of a pullback. So let's see, 75.8. We got a higher high, yeah, we got a higher high. So maybe we can go aggressive. 75.8. 77.8. Alright, I'm in. 77.3. That's too bad. 75.8, yeah, okay, so that's a good stop loss location. I just wasn't telling the right story, I guess. I think we're gonna get stopped out here. What time is that? 10:34. That was aggressive. Extended drawdown. Just right. Wrist amount engaged. Yeah, stopped. That's too bad. That was $100 loss, man. That's disappointing. Figures. Let's see. Let's check around. I still think we got the right narrative here. I'm back in. Ah. I get stopped again. Fuck me, man. That's $200. Alright, well, that was a tough trade on the Russell. I thought we had the right information. I thought we had a good story there. I guess we didn't. So, increasing volume on the S&P. Looks like we're going to break out of the opening range. Alright, so I'm in the S&P. should have been 1250. 1250. Probably 1225. Alright. It was a big green candle. So use the aggressive entry. ES on the 3. 1042. Let's see, the position size was just right. Engaged. A little nervous about this. It's the right spot. So let's see what else we can do with this. Alright, so it's not moving. Looks like it's stuck. It's got a big green candle, a lot of volume. The volume seems to have dropped off. And we're just kind of hovering. Not doing much. And we're going to get stopped out. There it is. All right. Frustrated. We're gonna have to call that a day. It's just gonna have to be a losing day. I think I'm down $200 for the day. Yeah, 222 for the day. I didn't have any winning trades today. Nothing. So I had three winners in break even. 3 winners, 3 losers. I'm not sure I got the mental capital for one more. Gotta love this, man. That was my stop right there. All right. There's nothing else going on here. Nothing very exciting, that's for sure. Let's see. I don't know. Euro's moving though. Yeah, we'd have to get above this. Right? Is that? See, that's the thing. Like, is this a confirmed reversal? I mean, we closed above what looks like this shelf. You know, look at this, man. We got it in here at 14. It just nicked our stop. All right, I'm out.